Another recap. Got an evaluation coming up, so I wanted to give a recap of today. Didn't trade crazy, in and out. But this first trade, I watched for about 45 minutes before I got in, and it was an up day. So my idea was to play levels for bounces up. I did take some shorts as well, and I'll explain those as we go. So the idea was here with this pullback. These levels I knew were going to be pretty strong. I kind of jumped the gun. Obviously, this was the level to take the long at. But you can see this one, you did get a bounce. It just didn't continue. So this is my initial entry. What's the rule? If it doesn't get out, and at these levels, wait for the bounce and get out. I was confident we were going back to these levels. This specifically, VWAP is where I wind up exiting. So 66, 58. So these are my add-ins. I'm adding in pretty strong at that level. Even when it went up and it didn't continue, came back, I got in again because it's holding. Confident again, up day, long term was up, and it did help. So these were all great add-ins here from the initial spot. So another 3 contracts, and then they all got out. 10 contracts. Wow, it's a lot. I think I added some in the back. So everything got out right there purposely. Again, VWAP is exactly where it was. And one thing which I didn't talk about yesterday's recap is how perfect my add-ins was, where it doesn't go much past these entries, which makes me think like, well, maybe I should keep tight stops on, this was the strongest level to go long at. And, my stop would be here, use one MNQ and go for 10 points or something like that. So anyway, this is what micros, and this is me adding in, and altogether it was 10 contracts. And, I got everything out. That account is pretty much done. Like I said, I don't go for much per day. Okay, I wasn't going to trade anymore, but this is one of the setups that I developed. One of the first trades I ever saw. And what happens, it's the high of the day. That's what the stat tip is. It's second and third standard deviation. When this happens, this is where I first started to DCA in here with micros, because I call it the bouncer trade. When price, this is the club door, the green, that's the back of the club, and high of the day. When price enters in the club, there's too many people or price in the club, too much price in the club, bouncers throw price out of the club. And this is the club door, and boom, they get thrown out. When I seen that, I wasn't trading at this point. When I came back in, I saw that move, and I think it happens again, and I took advantage of it. So, obviously wasn't watching the market here. And you can see this again, this is pretty strong into the, that was 20 points in, which is a lot. And eventually you can see it came back. So even if you started DCAing here, that's only 20 points of micros, and boom, right back. So as you're adding in here, everything comes back. Your initial is here. You just made whatever contracts you put in, you made 20, 30, 40 points on the bouncer trade. And you can see over and over again, it works. It breaks deviation, boom, right out. It breaks deviation, boom, right out. High of the day, second and third standard deviation. This is one of my favorite trades. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, so I can't sit and wait for it all day. I just don't have that kind of time. Oh, you know what? I was done with that account. Okay, what I do is I switched accounts. I went to here. So let's see if I actually took advantage of those. And so there you go. Couple things. I did take a short. Why? Because this is a very strong level here. Normally I get a 10 or 20 point bounce from here. That's all I'm looking for. And it was struggling. It was an up day, so I was very, very careful on going short here. And really, I escaped that perfectly. I should have escaped at 80. I got in at 79, 75. It must have been fluctuating. And I got 4 points on 2 contracts. Got right out. Once this level breaks, though, now I know we're going up here, and took these longs. So made some money there. Now what? Now you can see we're close to getting into the club. As soon as price gets into the club, I'm shorting and taking my profits pretty quickly. Purposely, I got at 8. This level is at 7. purposely going a couple of points above or 1 point above. But a nice sequence of trades. Again, the bouncer trade works over and over again for me. That might have been it to get, get the totals. I don't really sit here all day. But when that setup came, I took it. I think I came back later in the day and very similar reasons for these trades. And, I understand how my strategy works. So again, taking advantage, price was having a problem taking off. And, when I seen these levels break, and this is a Ludwig level, this is where I think we're going. And ultimately, you can see I was right. So when this level broke here, when this low broke and we here, I jumped in right away, thought it was going to go immediately to here. That's what should have happened. It didn't. That's how sluggish price was today. So I did get in here originally. You can see I got in at 32. And another incredible add where price only went to 33. I'm in at 30. I couldn't have added that any better. And then the flush came in. I wasn't going to risk it hitting this level and going back up, especially in an up day. I was very conservative on my exits. So these will break even. I made money here. So again, a winning trade, no matter how you slice it. But it looks like I got a few. Looks like I did get in at 33. So 2 break evens, 2 winners. I got probably 20 points there at least. Now, when price comes here, I went long. It's an up day, very strong level. You got 2 levels. Ludwig level, first standard deviation. In here, didn't go. It blasted through. Not crazy, but it went through. You can see it tried to reverse. It didn't. I did get in again here, and I got in again here. 9 and 7. Why? This is this level from 4. So this is an add-in for me. And then what? You get out at this level. Take your profits here. So I'm purposely getting out. You see all these 1250s? Why? 1250. That line is 1250 right there. So another good sequence. It did break through a little bit. Normally when this breaks, the move is it breaks it, it touches, it continues down. Let's see what happened. Yeah, so, with MNQ, you get a lot of slippage where it doesn't hold. ES is a little more true where it doesn't break through as easily. But, this shows that this was a good exit. And these are all my rules. This is what you do. This is how you save your account and avoid big losses and get out of trades before they reverse on you. And that's why my entrance and add-ins are so good, because I watch it over and over again. And I think that was it. I don't think I really took anything else. I might have grabbed one more. No, I didn't. That was it. Anyway, that was a recap. Thanks.